Hi, I'm Alan, and I'm driven to know. It's been a while since I've made a video for a variety of reasons. I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. And this is my re-debut video in the YouTube world of video making. One of the things that has really kind of been bothering me and sort of keeping me out of making videos because it's just been so upsetting is this whole January 6th attempted coup by the recently retired president, Donald Trump. This is an ongoing problem, and it's disturbing because at first everybody was on board saying, okay, well, this is all his fault, all Donald Trump's fault, and they were distancing themselves from him, and then all of a sudden they stopped distancing themselves, and then they all started to cozy back up with him again. And that's really disturbing because rather than trying to solve the problem that led to this attempted coup, we have people who are doubling down on the whole attempted coup. They're saying it wasn't really violent. They're saying that it was not part of a plan by Donald Trump to regain the presidency. It was not part of a pattern of behavior by him. I lack words to describe how I feel. It's concerning in ways that I had never really thought I would experience in my lifetime as a resident of the United States of America, as a citizen of the United States of America. The GOP keeps saying, oh, no, it wasn't really all that bad. It wasn't really all that bad. And we have videos of them barricading doors, trying to escape. We see police officers getting beaten to a pulp. We see all sorts of terrible things happening in the video from the day, but people are denying that it actually was even what it was. And I just don't know what to make of that. I could say a lot of really instigating, agitating, controversial things about it, but I just don't know what to think about it. It's just unimaginably bad. I know people that are on board for everything Donald Trump is doing. They have no problem with anything that he does. And yet, he's systematically attempting to take over the government. Even though he's not in office anymore. He's got his little minions out there like Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, doing stuff like that. So that's been very upsetting, and that has really kind of kept me from making a video because it's kind of like, how can I make any videos if I don't address that huge monster in the room? Just to let you know, I think that we should have a January 6th commission. I'm really sorry that the Republicans couldn't get on board for that, because I guess you can't get on board for a commission like that because then you have to admit something happened. I mean, the only people Mr. McCarthy seemed to be able to want to put on the committee were people who were the biggest deniers that anything happened on January 6th. So we've got, representatives and senators and people who should know better, I would think. Now, that's kind of been the main reason. I've just been gobsmacked by all this. I say the main reason. There was another reason too. When I did the big cleanup that I started back in January and finished about June, end of May, June. I've still been doing a little bit here and there. It's more or less done, but it's not completely done. So I'm working on it. But the big cleanup, I had to go through a bunch of stuff that my parents had. They were hoarders, unfortunately. And that brought up a lot of emotional baggage and stuff that I really wasn't anticipating I was going to have to deal with. It was very difficult. I did a lot of emotional work, and it was just really hard to get into the headspace to sit down and do something like this, to do a video. I had at one point thought, I'll give you a tour of everything I've done, but you don't know what it looked like before I cleaned it out, so it would kind of be pointless to give you a tour of it. But anyhow, I cleaned out the old homestead over there where we used to live, Mrs. Coffee and I. I cleaned out the shop that my dad had untold amounts of stuff stacked up in. There's still a lot of stuff in there, but I've at least gotten rid of everything that was, worthless. And then I've also been trying to do some stuff around the place, clean up the weesatch, mow, keep those things under control. It's a little difficult because of the heat, and I just don't do well in heat anymore. After I had multiple heat strokes in my younger life, my ability to withstand heat is just not what it used to be. It's better than it was there for a while, but still I can't work outside for very long. Maybe a couple, 3 hours at a time, and that's really pushing it. Also, too, I've got maintenance things I need to do. I need to fix the roof on my house. There's a couple places where I think there's a leak, and I need to get up there with some roof goo and tar that over. The only problem with the roof goo is I don't have any money to buy any right now, so hopefully one of these days my tax refund will show up and I can afford to go buy some roof goo. I also need to work on the shop roof. It has a long panel of semi clear fiberglass in it, and it leaks around that panel when it rains really hard. So I need to do something with that. And then also too, we've been getting by, so little by little, selling stuff. I've been rounding up scrap iron and things like that and selling it, and just barely getting by, but we are getting by. Also too, I have future plans. Obviously, what I've noticed over the videos I've put up in the past is the ones where I'm expressing an opinion, they tend to be the ones that get the most views. So I'm going to be a little more opinionated. As you could probably tell from the beginning of the video when I talked about the January 6th insurrection and how disturbing that is. It still is. It bothers me a lot because, as someone's put it, a failed coup is just practice for a successful coup. And as long as we can't do anything on an institutional level about it, and deal with the perpetrators and deal with all the people that were involved, the possibility of another coup happening is very distinct. And this one might be successful. We're finding out every day more and more stuff about what was going on. And it was unbelievably close to having the election overturned and Donald Trump being declared the winner by his guys in Congress. So I went back and talked about that some more because it really does bother me. It bothers me a lot. I never thought I would be alive in the United States when something like that happened. But yet, here I am. I'm alive, and it's happened, and it's bad. And I just don't know what to think about that. Well, I know what to think about it. It's bad. I just don't know what to do about it. One unemployed, broken down old man who has nothing but old stuff, not much I can do about it. So future plans, more opinions, videos are going to start coming out again once a week. I believe I'm going to try and drop them on Friday, even though this one is not going to drop on Friday because I'm making it right now on Friday. And I'm going to try and talk about things that I have learned and things that have improved my life and things that disturb me, like January 6th. That's very, 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 very disturbing. So anyhow, this is not another one. I'll be back one of these days. This is a I'm back, and I want you to know that I'm back video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions for me, legitimate, real questions, just put them in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them in another video. I don't mind answering questions. Now, if it's snarky or rude or something like that, I can tell you right now, I am probably not going to answer it unless I can be ruder and snarkier than you. And that may or may not happen. So, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, like and subscribe below. Also, if I'm going to pay the bills, please support me on PayPal and now Venmo on the pinned comment below. I'm Alan. I'm driven to know. You be too.